Hey everybody, welcome to NAB New York. I'm Paul Richards and I'm here at the PTZOptics booth. I want to show you some of the cool products that we have released in the past couple of months, starting with our brand new 4K PTZOptics Move. This is our brand new camera line. It is 4K NDI capable pan tilt zoom cameras available in 12x, 20x, and 30x models. And the cool thing about the PTZOptics Move cameras is they all have auto tracking built in. So all of our cameras and all of our customers are going to have the ability to have auto tracking. Whether they decide to get one of our brand new kind of future-proof 4K PTZ cameras, or if you're an existing customer who had a G2 camera, we have auto tracking software we'll take a peek at in a minute. So one of the great things about the PTZOptics Move camera series is that we've brought all the connectivity of 3 different cameras into one. So we have SDI, we have HDMI, we have USB, and we have NDI all in one camera. So what we're looking at here is a simple power over Ethernet, so it's PoE capable. Connectivity here up to 4K at 60 frames per second. I see the camera we're using now is 4K. Everyone's TVs are 4K. And most videos now, not only are they 4K, but they're 60 frames a second. And 60 frames a second looks a lot sharper than 30 frames per second. So this camera is full 4K 60 capable. It has a USB plug and play for video conferencing, which also works with Zoom and supports PTZ camera control through Zoom. It's a very interesting feature there. We have SDI, so that is a 3G SDI video output. And then we also have HDMI, which also supports 4K at 60 frames per second. So it looks a lot like our previous PTZ cameras, but we have a new heat sink at the bottom because we're doing a lot of video processing at 4K at 60 frames per second. The camera can get a little hot, but don't worry, that's what the heat sink is for. Now, oh, there's a question? Sure.
What is the sensor size of megapixels?
That is a great question, and I'm going to ask my engineer over here to confirm, but I believe it is 1 over 1.8 or 1 over 2.8. I have to ask Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey, what is the sensor size on the Move camera? 1 over 2.8. I was kind of right there. 1 over 2.8 inches. Now, it's a bigger sensor than our older cameras, and it looks a lot crisper with the 4K at 60 frames per second. All right, so moving right along, this is something I want to take a peek at because any of our existing customers who have the Gen 2 cameras can use the PTZOptics CMP. All right, this is a totally free software to add auto tracking capabilities. So I want to take a quick peek at this software because any of our customers should be downloading it, using it. It's currently in beta. It's called the PTZOptics Camera Management Platform. But I want to show just how easy it is to use this tool. We can click the search button and boom, every camera on the network is going to show up. And we can go ahead, select all, and add them all to this system. So you're going to get a live video preview of every single camera that you have. You have the ability to choose from pan tilt zoom controls, a dashboard for management monitoring. You have the ability to do auto tracking, so you can enable auto tracking. And the auto tracking specifically is quite interesting. You have the ability to choose between either a face or a full body, or you can custom drag the box to set up how much framing you want around the subject that you want to automatically track. The reason why that's nice, especially in education, is not only do you want to track a teacher at the front of a classroom, but you also want the whiteboard behind them in view so that the students can see the notes, for example. So a lot of flexibility and control on the auto tracking side. This is good for all the brand new Move 4K cameras and the existing Gen 2 cameras that are for sale and actually have instant rebates right now on the Gen 2 cameras as we release the Gen 3. Now, don't want to forget the PTZOptics SuperJoy. We're showing two different joystick controllers here. We've got the PTZOptics SuperJoy and our G4 joystick, but let's start with the SuperJoy here. The nice thing about the SuperJoy, there's just a single Ethernet connection. So this is powered over Ethernet. Also, it works, it's very high quality metal frame with rubber buttons, and it supports NDI. So any NDI camera, this will work with. It also will work with NewTek, Bird Dog, other cameras that support the Sony protocol, but it truly is designed for PTZOptics cameras to get the full flexibility. One of the really cool features about the SuperJoy are the custom buttons. And what these allow you to do is what we call a super preset. So you can click one button and have 4 cameras move. So that's really ideal in, let's say, a house of worship, where your volunteers are moving the cameras around and maybe they leave them wherever they left off. Well, you can have one button to set all of the PTZ cameras you have in your space to a known location. You can also use buttons like that to move scenes. So you can have 4 cameras to a baptismal area and then 4 cameras to a pastor presentation area. The opportunities are really limitless for using this SuperJoy. All of the kind of controls that you would want for PTZ. And I can't forget, there's an HDMI output on the SuperJoy. So whatever camera you're controlling, you can get a live video preview directly in front of you with the SuperJoy, which makes it great because anywhere on your network, you don't have to be right next to the video switcher or a live video preview to see what you're doing. This camera, this joystick, will show you the video from the camera directly out of the HDMI. Now, really our workhorse and really one of the most popular PTZ joysticks on the market is the PTZOptics IP Joy G4. And now this doesn't have quite as many features as the SuperJoy, but it's less expensive. So this joystick starts at $649. The SuperJoy starts at $899. They've both been designed, this one's on their 4th generation. So we've listened to our customers, redesigned this 4 times to have quick camera hotkeys, easy click and hold preset settings and recall, and all the types of capabilities that you want. Especially one of the newer features is the ability to quickly change the pan, tilt, and zoom speeds that you control each camera for. That was a big request because if you're tracking a subject with a robotically controlled camera, you don't want it to be too fast or too slow. You need to kind of dial in that speed. There's different speed settings for all kinds of different applications, including the ability to have pan tilt limits, which is another new feature. If you think about having like a basketball court, you can put a limit on the left and the right. So when you're zipping the camera left and right to keep track of some high-speed movement, you'll never go past the end zone or the court side on either side. So some cool new features here. And finally, our latest brand new product here is the PTZOptics Studio Pro. Really excited about this camera. This is a high-end, high-quality, full HD camera. It's the quality of a DSLR camera with the simplicity of a webcam. So you can plug it directly in via USB to your computer and get 1080p at 60 frames per second video. It includes a light. So for those of you who are doing Zoom meetings, online video calls, webinars, where you really want to look good, some people go all the way as buying a DSLR camera and capture cards, and it's kind of not really what the camera was made for. This camera is made for high quality meetings. And that's why we put in a time of flight sensor. It's a brand new focus technology where you will be in focus, but behind you will be blurred out, right? A bokeh effect. So with the combination of a high quality optical zoom lens that has 12x optical zoom and the light, you're guaranteed to get good video, whether you're using Zoom, Skype, or a live video production software. Because not only does this support plug and play over USB, it also has HDMI. So that's why we're showing the brand new Atomos Zato here as a solution for live video preview. The Zato also has like SD card recording and encoding. So it's a cool little kind of side-by-side package, if you will, that we partnered on with Broadfield and Atomos here. The Studio Pro is about $699. And correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but the Atomos Zato is like $399. So it's a really nice package together for a lot of different reasons. But I also can't forget to mention this camera also supports NDI. So it has an Ethernet connection, which will provide power over Ethernet. And then, so just to give you the full preview here, we're showing HDMI on the Zato. We're showing the NDI right here on Studio Monitor, and I'll just show the optical zoom. It's got the 12x optical zoom, so you can capture video. You see how quickly that focuses on someone who's 20, 30 feet away? Sorry. She's on a live stream. I feel bad now. Anyway, we'll zoom out. When you're in the camera business, it happens all the time. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can see if I was on a Zoom meeting, you know, I'm going to be in focus right here. It's got that very crisp focus. But behind me is going to be in, like, look how crisp I am if you can see that. That's the type of video quality that our customers want. This is for executives. This is for people who are joining a Skype call that's going to be on CNN. This is for people who want to look good on video. And that could be a salesperson, anyone who's making money online, consultants, doctors, lawyers, anyone who's working from home, who cares about how they look online, this is a perfect product for that. Now, just to finish the demo, this is OBS, right? So OBS is connecting over USB, NDI over the network, and HDMI to the Zato. For $699, that's a powerful camera with a built-in light that just looks great. So I'm super excited about this. It will be shipping in the next month. So it is available for pre-order now, and it is coming soon. So that's a pretty good wrap-up of the PTZOptics new products here. We are going to have some interesting new products coming out at CES in January. So keep your eyes out. PTZOptics has got some new products coming soon that we're bringing to the world of live streaming, video production, and video communications.